So it's a 6-7 step journey that we follow on a consulting project, and it might be done multiple times through the course of the project, and with respect to different work streams that the project involves. Some part of it is done by select individuals on the project, like an EM or a partner. Some other aspects are left for the associates to do on an ongoing basis. So definition of the problem typically is agreed with the clients by the senior client leadership, which is say the CXOs on the client side, in interaction with the partner and the engagement managers on the consultant side. Right. Thereafter, the structuring of the problem is what the EM or an associate together would sit down and do. Right. And sometimes the EM does it to the extent of breaking down the problem into work streams, which the individual associates can take on. And then the cross-pollination of information, the structuring of the problem on a daily basis, and breaking down the amount of analysis required, that is something that the associates themselves would be expected to do. So once you have figured out and structured the problem, you will prioritize what aspects of the structure do require some attention. And this can evolve either through conversations or your understanding of the industry that the case pertains to, or the problem that you're solving for that particular industry. Right? This is where the Pareto principle will come into picture. You will have to follow the 80-20 rule. There will be tons of things that require your attention, but you have to focus your energies on those aspects that will drive the maximum impact in the minimum amount of time. Then I think the planning and analysis of work, that is something that the associate has to do on a daily basis. You'll have to figure out the to-dos, as we call it. Right? You'll have to prepare a list of things that you are required to drive with the clients internally, talking to different experts, etc., etc. So you plan all of your analysis and work accordingly. Analysis usually requires you to do a bunch of number crunching on Excel, and also speaking to experts, synthesizing the information that you gather from them, building on from your relationships either within the industry or talking to expert networks that you can leverage from within the firm. After that, conducting analysis is fairly straightforward. You would have planned the analysis. You will get the data from the clients, which usually takes a lot of time. You will have to clean up the data, run your analysis on top of it, and then come up with the insights, which is where the consultants' knowledge, understanding, intelligence comes into the picture mostly. You'll have to figure out the right insights to draw, and thereafter recommend the right solutions on top of those insights or problems that you identify along the way. Right. So these are the steps that are typically involved in the in any consulting project or in any work stream for that matter. And some of these steps sometimes are skipped for the reasons that they are obvious in nature. So sometimes you would know the structure that the problem would follow. You would sometimes know that there are 3-4 issues that the client wants you to work on, and therefore you might not require extensive prioritization of the issues because that has already been done for you. There will be sometimes analysis that say a data scientist will do on your behalf because it requires a ton of statistics and coding based running of algorithms and so on and so forth. Right. So some of these steps are sometimes skipped, but largely a project and any sort of a project will follow these kind of steps, right, in order to come to the final conclusion.